Welcome guys to another video. In this video I'll be explaining briefly how to play Gwen. Gwen is a really good champion, especially versus tanks because of her true damage that she has. So first of all, let's start with the passive. The passive, it's very close to Warwick's passive. So what it simply does, the more health you have, the more healing you're gonna get. So, and there are two main abilities that actually activate your passive. It's your Q and R. So let's start with the Q. So your Q can stack up to 4 times, and each time you Q, that's the amount of time you're gonna be throwing nails. So look, one, it hits twice, and it's very similar to Set's ult. Set's W. If you think about it, here as you can see, in the middle right here, if the enemy is right in the middle, you're gonna do a lot of true damage. This is why she's really good versus tanks. But if she is outside the middle, you won't be able to do true damage. Instead, you're gonna do only AP damage. As you can see, let's start out. 1, 2, no true damage. It's really good, especially the four stacks. So you hit 4 melees, and then you do a lot of damage, a lot, not just a bit. And then let's go to the second one. So the first one, that's pretty much it. And by the way, there is a really important tip on the Q. Only use it when you have 4 stacks of melees, because your passive is only gonna activate on the 4th stack. It won't activate on the first, second or third. It will only activate in the 4th. So I recommend before pushing to stack up if you can. You have the second one, the W. The W is it's just a tank ability. If you want to tank, if you're fighting a team fight and a lot of people are focusing you, I recommend using it, since the more AP you have, as you can see, the more AP you have, the more armor and magic resist you're gonna get while inside the circle. If you're outside the circle, you won't do anything. It will be useless. So that's a really good important tip right here. That's for the W really. And also you can recast it by moving outside. And also you won't be targetable to the enemies while you're in the W and he's outside your W. So for example, let's do it again. As you can see, you see that mark right there on him, that broken sword mark. That means he cannot hit you in any way possible. He cannot target you. It's similar to Akali's ghost. Akali's mist. Her W. It's very close to it. They won't be able to target you, which is really good. But if they're inside it, they will be able to hit you, of course. But you will get a very good buff, and it's of course the armor magic resist, which will really help you a lot. And then let's go with the E. The E, it's really simple, not that hard. It's the first ability you should do when pushing someone. The first thing it does, it gives you attack speed, a lot of attack speed, as you can see. It gives you a lot of attack speed for 4 seconds. It actually depends on your level, I'm pretty sure. So it gives you attack speed, that's first, and it gives you more damage on your basic attacks. So normally I do 10. When I dash, I do 23, 25, and it increases with the Conqueror. And also you're gonna gain more range. So you can say your E is like Wukong Q. It gives you 100 more range. As you can see, I'm hitting from a bit far, which is really good. And then you have your R. Your R is your strongest ability, and you shouldn't waste it from far range. I recommend hitting it from close range if possible, because your R actually you can use it 3 times. It's similar to Samira's ult. It has no cooldown for 3 recasts. So the first one, you're gonna throw 1 needle. Let's write 1 needle. And then if you want to reset it, recast, you have to hit a melee or ability, and then you can shoot it again. This time you're going to be shooting 3 needles. You hit again, or you hit an ability, and you're going to shoot 5 needles, which is really good. And every needle is gonna slow by a lot, by 40% for 1.5 seconds, and there is a timer. If you don't hit an enemy within how much? Within 6 seconds, you won't be able to get its full potential. It will go back to cooldown. That's right. As you can see, the cooldown is right there, and once it goes back to 0, you have to wait for its cooldown. 112 seconds, depending on your level, of course. So I recommend really getting close to the enemy to melt, because this character has to be in really close range to melt. And let's try the R with abilities. You R and then Q, it resets. R, Q, it resets. Also R and then melee. Also forgot. Let me show you guys a very important note on your E, which is very important. When you dash into an enemy, if you hit an ability, it will reduce the cooldown by half. So if your cooldown is 11, it's gonna become about 5.5 exactly. As you can see, it becomes 5. Also, it works with abilities. I'm pretty sure. Yep. Oh, never mind. It only works with the melees. So if you want to get its full potential, you have to E melee to lower it. If you E ability, it won't do anything. This champion is really new, so and of course it's very skill based. It's gonna take a long time for you to get used to her techniques, of course, and good luck with her. So let's start with the combos. I only know 2 combos right now, but I'm gonna figure out more later. Tomorrow I'm gonna be uploading a video about the combos in a normal game, because right now I didn't master completely. The combos are actually pretty hard. So simply the cooldown is gonna the abilities that are gonna be used in this are your R, E and Q. You only use this when you're getting melted. If you're in the middle, if you're like half HP, you have to use it, since the only thing it really does, it gives you armor and magic resist. So yeah, it depends really. So I recommend stacking up before the combo, so it's W, E, melee, and then Q, R, melee, and then R. Done. That's pretty much the normal combo. Let me do it in slow motion again. So you first hit 4 melees on anything, minions, monsters, anything. W, E, melee, Q, R, melee, R, melee, R, melee. That's the first combo. The second combo that should be used when chasing someone. So if, for example, an enemy is running away from you, you have to do a specific combo. If you want to ambush someone, you have to use the combo that I just used a second ago. It's really good for ambushing and team fighting. If you want to enter a team fight, it will really help you a lot. And you can also use the W in any timing you want. I used my W at the start because I'm gonna be entering a team fight. When you enter a team fight, it will really help you a lot. The second combo, it's really simple also. If someone is running, you slow them down using your R, you dash, melee, you have to get back your stacks, and then that's it. And then you just shoot the third one. So if you want to do it in slow motion, you can stack up first, but you won't be stacking up, of course, because you're going to be following someone. So you have to R, E immediately, 4 melees, and then Q, melee, R melee, and then R again. And that's pretty much it. That's the best techniques for following someone. But if you're like level 3, you want to get lane advantage, you should keep poking the enemy using EQ. You're gonna try your best on not letting them farm by EQ. Keep EQing. They won't be able to farm, trust me. You will melt them the second they come in. And make sure to E melee always. Try to melee right after Eing, because you're gonna gain a huge advantage on your damage, because it amplifies your damage and attack speed. So at least hit 1 to 4. For example, if he's running. So I'm gonna do the two combos really quickly again, just as a recap. If I'm pushing into a team fight, you can either stack up on minions and monsters, W, E, melee, Q, R melee, and then R melee. That's the first one really. The second one, which is for ambushing someone who's running away, you R, and then E, melee 4 times. You have to melee 4 times, and then you can go on with your Q or R. It depends on yourself. It depends on how you want to play the character. In my opinion, the best way is to R, and then you instantly have to hit your 4 R melee, and use it at the end to finish off the enemy, because it has a really good wide range. So if they try to like kite to the left or right, or you're facing a vein, use it at the end to finish them off, since your Q really does help in finishing off people, since you won't be having a lot of range with your melees. So yeah, I recommend using your Q to finish people or start the fight. Of course it depends on how your gameplay will go. And who you're facing. For example, if you're fighting a kite champion like an ADC, you have to finish off the enemy with a Q because of its wide range and its long range. It's pretty good, not bad with range. But if you're facing off versus like a bruiser, Darius, tank, whatever, you start your fight with Q, which will really give you an advantage because of your true damage, and try to hit it right in the middle for an advantage in damage. It will really help you in the fight. So also I forgot to tell you the third combo. It's pretty easy. The combo is, if you want to ambush someone in mid lane, you can go mid lane with her, or top lane or jungle. They all work. So you have to of course hit the minion 4 times because you're gonna be in lane or jungle. You W, E, you hit 4 to maximize your E damage, because it lasts for 4 seconds, which is approximately 4 melees, and then Q to finish off the enemy. That's for level 3 to 5, or yeah, that's 3 to 5. And I really recommending maximizing your E. I did a mistake maximizing my Q, but you actually have to upgrade your E to make it last longer. It will make you melt, because it's really broken if you think about it. You E, look at the damage. You hit really quickly and you do a lot of damage. Your Q should be the second one maximized, since it mainly depends on your magic, while this doesn't depend really a lot on on your magic. It depends on your upgrade and mana. It takes literally 35 mana. It doesn't even take that much. So if you're really low on mana, you shouldn't use your Q or W first. Use your E and try to hit him 4 times. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Gwen. She's a really good champion with melees, and also versus tanks again. And you can go with whichever rune you like, but mainly focus on close range runes like Conqueror, Precision, any close range rune in general. It will really help you in fights like Conqueror. It will increase your damage over time in the fights. So, and yeah, focus on attack speed also on Gwen to really help you with your melees. And also never forget your R and Q in fights. That's a very big mistake. I'm pretty sure Gwen's will do in the future, because they're the only abilities that can actually activate your passive. The other abilities really don't. This is a defensive. Make sure to use it when you're low or ambushing in a team fight. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions in the comments, please ask it. I'm gonna be replying to as many as I can. And yeah, I'm gonna be uploading again a video tomorrow on how to use her perfectly in a normal game. I'll try my best to explain it in the best way possible. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this guide, and drop a like if you liked it. Peace.